Hello, everybody, and welcome back into Houston. The Houston Astros and the Toronto Blue Jays facing for the first time this season. A three-game set here from Houston. Blue Jays coming off a series win against the Tampa Bay Rays back at home, taking 2 of 3. Now 10-6 on the year. They're facing off against the best in the league in the Houston Astros. They go in their space uniforms tonight. The Blue Jays go in road gray. And we are ready to get things going this afternoon from Houston. Blue Jays taking on Christian Javier tonight, and he's been great this season. First pitch flown into the air and dropping for a base hit. Merrifield a late turn for second, but he'll easily make it in there with a leadoff double. First swing of the game, and it's a beautiful hit for Merrifield right into the gap. A diving attempt in center for Houston, but they don't get to it, and the Blue Jays have the first man aboard in scoring position. Batting now for the Blue Jays, it will be Brandon Belt. And he squares to bunt. This one in the air, and it will be caught easily for the first out. Blue Jays playing the Astros. Astros won in extra innings against the Rangers last game. Rangers threatening to give them their third loss of the year, but no. Astros came out on top with the win. Final of 4-3. Here's the pitch to Bo Bichette. Bichette grounds that foul of the third base line. The count 0-1. Blue Jays and Astros, here we are. Houston, a 14-2 record. Blue Jays 10-6. Here's a swing and a miss. Bichette quickly behind, 0-2. But he's been good in 0-2 counts. First in the AL West, obviously Houston would be with that kind of record. Here's a well-hit ball by Bichette to center. On the run, going back, and it is off the wall. That'll score Merrifield. Bichette sliding into second. An RBI double. And the Blue Jays strike here in the first inning. 1-0. Bichette with a beautiful double. This one just keeps on going and right over the head of the Astros outfielder in center field to the wall for a double. And he's pumped about that to give the Jays an early lead on the league's best. Here's George Springer, the former Astro. The pitch. Springer grounds it through for a base hit. Late turn, and we'll stop now at third base. It's first and third with 1 out here in the first inning. And the batter is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. The Blue Jays a chance here to bring in another run. Pitch from Javier. Hit by Guerrero. Curving to left field. Dropping and down for a base hit. That'll score a run into third, but caught there for the second out. For Vladimir Guerrero Jr. an RBI single. It's 2-0 Blue Jays. Back now for Toronto, it will be Danny Jansen. Here's the pitch. And Jansen squares to bunt, gets this down, but it's right to the second baseman running in. Underhands to first. We're through 1. But the Blue Jays get 2 in the top of the first. Houston coming up. Kevin Gausman will get the start on the mound today for the Blue Jays. 4 starts, a 1-2 record, 5.17 earned runs against. Inning pitched 31, the hits against 37, whip 1.50, walks 10, and 12 strikeouts. Gausman looking to have a bounce-back afternoon today against the Houston Astros. The first pitch in there for a strike against Kyle Tucker. Blue Jays second in the AL East at 10-6. Head of the Rays now. 0-2 quickly here on Tucker as he fouls one back. The Mariners and the Brewers later tonight. Here's the pitch, wild tag to right field. Barshow's back on the track, it's off the wall. Bounces up against the wall. He'll play it on a bounce, and stopping at second is Tucker with a leadoff double. So both teams have a leadoff double inside this game. And Houston now threatening in the first inning. The batter is Michael Brantley. Swinging a ground ball, that's going to find a way through. And Houston runner coming home. The throw to the plate is not in time. RBI single for Michael Brantley. And just like that, Houston has cut the lead in half. Okay, now for the Astros, Jordan Alvarez. Here's the pitch. He'll take a strike. Bottom left corner of the plate. Now a swing and a miss. Quickly behind 0-2. Man at first. 1 down. Sorry, no one out, but he watches strike 3, and now there is an out. Down goes Carlos Alvarez on strike. Batting now is Jose Altuve. Swinging the foul off, that goes into the seats. Stays 2-1, bottom one here in Houston. Swung and hit well. Left field, Brandon Belt is under it with room, and he'll make the catch for the second out. Runner tags back and heads to first. 2 down. Batting now for Houston is Jose Abreu. He's been on a tear recently as he hits this to right and down for a base hit. First pitch swinging, he singles one to right field, and there's 2 aboard for Houston here in the home first with 2 out. The batter is Alex Bregman. The pitch, ground ball. This one stopped by Bichette. The throw to first is not in time. Bregman legs it out for an infield single, and they're loaded for the Astros here in the first. Batting now is Corey Lee, hitting 189. Hits the ball down low. Looking to get some runs in here as he grounds it right to Gausman. On to first. A high throw, but Guerrero gets him. And the Astros leave them loaded here in the first. They do score 1. Blue Jays score 2. It's 2-1 Toronto through 1. Welcome now into the top of the second inning. Dalton Varsho, the leadoff for Toronto. He had a home run last game back in Toronto. Starting to heat up a little bit maybe. The pitch. And that's grounded right to second base. Varsho retired for the first out. Back now for the Blue Jays, Matt Chapman in the 8th spot this afternoon, hitting .385 on the season. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Chapman behind 0-1. Blue Jays got 2 doubles in that first inning and 2 singles. Here's a swing and a miss again. Chapman quickly behind, 0-2. The Blue Jays up 2-1, top 2 here from Houston on Space Day here in Houston. Swing and a miss. Down goes Matt Chapman. 3 straight swings and misses. He's retired, 2 down. Back now for Toronto is Santiago Espinal. Moved down to the 9th spot this afternoon as he didn't come through last game. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 from Javier. Here comes the pitch again. Espinal ready. He squares the bunt. Gets this down. It's a good one. But the back catcher has it on to first in time. And the Blue Jays go in order. Houston coming up bottom 2. 2-1 Toronto. Blue Jays have had their struggles playing here in Houston the last few years. They have a tight lead heading into the second inning. Here's David Hensley batting first for Houston here in the second. He'll take a first pitch strike on the left corner. Ready again. Swung and line to first. Guerrero is there for the first out. Batting now is Jake Mayer. Swinging a pop-up behind the plate. Danny Jansen might have room. He does indeed. He makes the catch, and there's quickly 2 down. Batting now for the Astros, back to the top. Kyle Tucker, he doubled his first time up. Swinging a ground ball. This one, Bichette's going to stop. The throw to first is not in time. Tucker legs it out for an infield single. The Astros fast hitters here. And a man aboard with 2 out for Michael Brantley, who's 1 for 1 with a single. He'll take a first pitch strike right up the middle. 0-1. Astros now out hitting the Jays 5-4, but trailing 2-1. Ground ball. Chapman stalks that. Spins and fires to first in time. And we're through 2 here in Houston. The Blue Jays 2, the Astros 1. Welcome now into the top of the third inning. Whit Merrifield to lead it off for Toronto. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Merrifield behind 0-1. Well, the Blue Jays coming off a wild walk-off win back at home over the Rays, 11-8. A grand slam for Jansen. Toronto came back from an 8-4 deficit in that game. It was 8-5 heading into the bottom of the 9th. They got a solo shot, and a single run, and then a grand slam to win it. And Merrifield stays alive here at a 0-2 count, fouling off a few pitches. Ready again from Javier. Swing and a miss. Down goes Whit Merrifield on strikes. He's now 1 for 2. 1 down here in the top of the third. Back now for the Blue Jays is Brandon Belt. He's 0 for 1 today. Here's the pitch from Javier. Swinging line to first, but foul into the seats and right. Oh, you can't be disappointed with the effort of the Blue Jays so far this year. Yes, 10-6 isn't the best of records, but they're second in the AL. If you want to look at the bright side of things, foul off, belt behind, 0-2. Christian Javier has been great at striking out batters this season, getting them behind in counts, and he gets another here as down goes Belt on strikes. 2 away here in the top of the third. Batting now is Bo Bichette. A double RBI back in the first inning, a part of the 2 runs. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Bichette behind 0-1, a hard cut there. Javier cleaning up the Jays. Since the first inning, he sent them down in order after those runs. As this is hit to center, last word said on the run, that's down for a base hit. Bichette digging for 2, and he'll be out by a mile. No, yes, he is. Just in time. It looked like he got the hand in there. But the Blue Jays are not going to challenge. They tag him out at second base. We're through the top of the third. Blue Jays 2, Astros 1. Welcome into the home third. Jordan Alvarez the lead off for Houston. Takes a strike on the bottom left corner of the plate. And not like that, and quickly now behind 0-2. Kevin Gausman holding on to a 1-run lead. Ground ball, this is going to scoot through. Merrifield tries to stop it, but on to first, there's no play. And that's a leadoff single for Jordan Alvarez here to start the home third for Houston. The batter is Jose Altuve. The pitch. The first pitch strike up the middle. Bottom 3, 2-1 Jays here in Houston. This is wild tag to left field with Carey. Brandon Belt has room. He makes the catch and throws that back towards first base, but the runner gets back in there safely in a hurry. 1 down. Batting out for the Astros, Jose Abreu. Swinging a ground ball. Chapman on the second for 1. Merrifield on the first for 2. And the Blue Jays get out of the third with a double play ball. Well turned by Matt Chapman. We're through 3. The Blue Jays 2. The Astros 1. Welcome down to the top of the fourth. George Springer will lead it off here for your Toronto Blue Jays. Swung and hit to left. That's curving down for a base hit. It goes into the corner. Springer a late turn for second, but he's going to make it in there safely with a leadoff double. Second time tonight the Jays have had a leadoff double in an inning. First in the first inning, now here in the fourth. Batting now for Toronto is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Here comes the pitch. And he's going to do an odd bunt here. It gets down the line. It's good. The throw to first is just in time, but he advances Springer to third. 1 down. Batting now for the Blue Jays is Danny Jansen, the hero of last game. He's 0 for 1 today. The pitch from Javier. Swing and a miss. Jansen behind 0-1. Blue Jays 2, Astros 1. We're in the top of the fourth here in Houston, first of 3 games. Here's the pitch again from Javier. Swing and a miss. Danny Jansen quickly behind, 0-2. Man at third with 1 down for the Jays here in the fourth inning. Leadoff double, then a bunt sacrifice. And here's another strikeout. Down goes Danny Jansen on strikes. 2 away. Runner still at third. Here is Dalton Varsho. Homered in his last game. The pitch from Javier. Swung and hit to right. Curving fast down for a base hit. That'll score a run. Dalton Varsho an RBI single to right. And it's 3-1 Blue Jays to get the run back to Big Abe in the home first. That's all you got to do. Just smart hitting. Well placed by Varsho deep into that right corner, and it drops just in time. Batting now is Matt Chapman. He's 0 for 1 today. Here comes the pitch to him. Chapman squares the bunt, got it down the line, but this one not well placed as he's going to be out by a step. Blue Jays do get the run back though. An RBI single for Dalton Varsho. 3-1 Jays. We go bottom 4. Welcome into the bottom of the fourth. It'll be Alex Bregman to lead it off as he tags this to left field on the first pitch, and it's gone. Alex Bregman, a solo shot to start the home fourth, and just like that, the Astros find themselves behind by one once again. Great swinging here by Bregman. This one left over the heart of the plate by Kevin Gausman, not where he wanted to place this pitch. But Bregman just gulps it to left field and over the wall. One-run game again. The batting now for the Houston Astros will be Corey Lee. He's 0 for 1. He'll take a first pitch strike. 3-2 Toronto, bottom four here in Houston. There's a well-tagged ball to center. Springer on the run. He's not going to get there in time. It drops. And Lee will make it into second. Springer can't find it. Finally does. The runner goes up to third. Now he's charging for home. It's inside the park. Home run. Off a missed play by Springer in center. He could not read it from the clouds in center field. It drops. It rolls around. By the time he throws it into third base, Lee rounds third and comes home for an inside the park home run to tie this game at 3. So 2 home runs this inning for the Astros, and we have a brand new game. The batter is David Hensley. He'll pop this up on the first pitch. Danny Jansen at home plate, under it, making the catch. 1 down. Batting now is Jake Mayers. Here's the pitch. He'll take a first pitch strike, 0-1. The Blue Jays and the Astros all tied, but here's a blast by Mayers, and that's gone. 3 home runs in the inning for Houston. They have their first lead of the night, 4-3, here in the bottom of the fourth. Mayers with his second home run of the year, and that's 3 straight homers given up by Kevin Gausman. This just finds its way in the wrong place again, right up center lane, and they're going to take advantage of it. This team is 14-2 for a reason. That's it right there. The long ball, extra base hits. The Astros have done this all season long so far. Bag now for Houston is Kyle Tucker. He's 2 for 2. Swung and well hit to right. Dalton Varsho looking for it down the line, and this is going to drop foul. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. In there for strike 2. Still 1 out. 4-3 Houston, bottom 4. Well tagged to center, and Bichette gloves it, but not in time. The throw won't be in time either. The man makes it, and that's going to be an error against Bichette. Here's Michael Brantley. He'll take a first pitch strike. The Blue Jays with an error, and Houston another man on. Here's a ground ball in the shift. Merrifield on to second for 1. Bichette back to first in time. The double play. We're through 4, but the Houston Astros with 3 solo shots have taken the lead as we head to the 5th here in Houston. 4-3 Astros. Welcome into the top of the 5th. Santiago Espinal to lead it off for your Toronto Blue Jays. Here comes the pitch. Espinal gets this one down the line, perfectly placed and bobbled. It's going to be a base hit. Espinal legs it out for an infield bunt single to start the top of the 5th. And the tying run is on board for Toronto. Batting now for the Blue Jays is Whit Merrifield. He's 1 for 2 today. Struck out his last time up. He lines this to third. What a catch. Made at third base. 2 down. Perfect, the first out. But what a perfect play there. It robbed at least a single. Here's Brandon Bell now. Lines this to center field. Dropping quickly and down for a base hit. Blue Jays have 2 aboard here in the top of the 5th inning. Still 1 out. The batter for Toronto will be Bo Bichette. He's 2 for 2 today. Another great outing so far for him. The pitch, line to left field, but the catch will be made. 2 down. The 2 on 2 out here at the top of the 5th. 4-3 Astros. And the batter is George Springer, the former Astro. 2 for 2 today, George, in his return to Houston. Here's the pitch. And Springer drives it to left, but it's foul into the seats. 0-1. He has a .500 average this year with runners in scoring position. That's one of the highest in the majors. Pitch from Javier. And Springer lines that to right. Down a base hit. That'll go to the wall. One will score. Belt slowly turning around third. He'll stop at third base. No, he's coming to the plate. And he is out at home plate. But the Blue Jays do tie it up. It's an RBI single for George Springer. And we're tied at 4 going bottom 5. Welcome into the bottom of the 5th. Jordan Oliver is the leadoff for Houston. Hits this into the air to left field. Running in is Brandon Belt. Late turn, Bichette's under it. He makes the play, 1 down. Back now for the Astros, Jose Altuve. Takes the first pitch strike there. 4-4 bottom 5 here in Houston. Ground ball. Chapman has that. Throws on to first in time. 2 down. Back now for the Astros, Jose Abreu. Pops it to third base. Chapman under it. Trying to find it through the lights, and he makes the catch. And we're through 5. The Astros go in order. We're all tied up at 4. We go to the 6th here in Houston. Welcome into the top of the 6th inning. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. to the plate. He's 1 for 1 today with a single. Here's the pitch to him. And Guerrero drives that to left. Way back and gone here in Houston. And the Blue Jays are back in front. 5-4 here in the top of the 6th. That one a mile out of the stadium. And Javier will think about placing that one there again. What a swing by Guerrero. Cuts it down, but gives it a charge way out of this ballpark. And silence reigns down here in Houston. So the Blue Jays on top again. It's just a 1-run lead. But it's more what happened behind the lead, and that's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. with yet another home run on the season. He continues to match. And a pitching change here for the Houston Astros. That'll be it for Javier. He's chased from a game for the first time this season inside the 6th inning. The new pitcher coming in will be Rafael Montero for the Houston Astros. 1 game he's been seen in this year, 2 innings pitched. He has 1 strikeout and 2 walks, but did not allow a run in that 1 appearance. He'll face Danny Jansen here with nobody out here in the 6th and nobody on. The pitch. Jansen tags that to center. This one's going to the gap, and it's going to drop and go to the wall. Danny Jansen will stop at second base with a leadoff double. As Montero starts his night giving up an extra base hit. Batting out for Toronto is Dalton Varsho. Been on a hot streak recently for extra base hits. The pitch. And Varsho drives that to center. That is grounded onto first. 1 down. Not where he wanted to place that one. Here is Matt Chapman with 1 away. The pitch from Montero. Swing and a miss. Chapman behind 0-1. You're just joining us. The Blue Jays 5. The Astros 4 here in the top of the 6th. It's the best team against one of the best. Houston at the top, 14-2 as Chapman swings and he's quickly behind, 0-2. He's been a little late on those pitches today from Houston. Here comes the pitch, and it is in there for strike 3. Matt Chapman watches strike 3. There's 2 down. Batting out for the Blue Jays is Santiago Espinal. He's 1 for 2 today with a bunt single his last time up. Here's the pitch from Montero, and squaring the bunt again is Espinal, but this one foul. 0-1. So Guerrero to start the top of the 6th. Slams one out of the park from Javier. This has popped up, and quickly Espinal behind 0-2. Man at second, 2 gone here in the top of the 6th for Toronto. Here's the pitch from Montero. Swing and a foul off by Espinal. He stays alive, 0-2. You're just joining us. It was a Toronto lead. Astros tied it, and striking out is Santiago Espinal. We're through the top of the 6th. Guerrero Jr. goes deep and gives Toronto the lead. We go bottom 6 here in Houston. Welcome into the bottom of the 6th. Alex Bregman to lead it off. He'll take a first pitch strike. 2 for 2 today. He's been amazing this year for this Astro club. Fouls off that one, quickly behind 0-2. Astros' last game was a win in extra innings against the Texas Rangers, who are another threat this year in terms of scoring runs. And another foul ball out of play. This is Bregman's specialty, fouling off some good pitches and getting the one he wants and driving it. There's another foul off. Kevin Gausman at 46 pitches in just the 6th inning. Grounded foul. Good battle here by Alex Bregman. The pitch from Gausman, grounded to first. Guerrero has it, throws it on to Gausman. He'll step on the bag for the first out. Bag out for Houston is Corey Lee. Doubled his last time up. Grounds this into the shift to get through Merrifield and down for a base hit. Into right field, a 1-out single. Bag now for the Houston Astros. David Hensley. Strike right up the middle. Gausman will think about throwing it there again. This one catches the bottom of the plate quickly. 0-2. Here it comes, and it's in there. Strike 3. Hensley watches all 3 here, and there's 2 down here in the home 6. Batting now for the Houston Astros, it will be Jake Mayers. The pitch. Ground ball. There's Bichette on it. On to first in time, and the Astros get a single, but they'll leave it at that. We're through 6. 5-4 Toronto here in Houston. Welcome into the top of the 7th. Ryan Stanek will be the new pitcher for Houston. He'll take on Whit Merrifield, who's 1 for 3 today. The pitch. Swing and fouled into the seats in left field. 0-1 on Merrifield. 6-5 White Sox in the 9th against the Royals and the Rangers. 6-0 Texas in the 6th there in KC. This is tagged to left field and going way back to the wall. On the run, it's going to be off the top of the wall. Merrifield will head into second and stop there with a leadoff double in the 7th. The 3rd time tonight the Jays have a leadoff double in an inning. Batting now for Toronto is Brandon Belt. Here's the pitch to him. And this is bunted towards first base. On to second. And he'll throw on the first to get Belt. The runner moves up to third for Toronto. 1 down. No, did he stay put? He stayed put. Found it was too tight to go. Hold Bichette, the batter now. 2 for 3. Bichette to first and over the glove and down for a base hit. They'll try to score him. This is going to be close. The throw to the plate. They got him. At home plate, the 2nd time tonight, the Blue Jays have had a runner thrown out at home plate. Merrifield tagged out by inches. And Tucker says, no, you ain't scoring on us. 2 down here in the top of the 7th. Tag now for Toronto is George Springer. 3 for 3 today. Has a chance with the runner at second base here. Here's the pitch. And Springer drives that to center. On the run, going back, and it is gone! George Springer back home with a 2-run shot to straightaway center field. And the Blue Jays open up a 3-run lead here in the 7th. It's 7-4 Blue Jays. Springer will feel good about this. He'll be happy about that. Cuts down the swing, straightaway center, right off the highest point of the wall. And that's considered a home run here in Houston. Big swing by Springer. He makes the Astros pay. It's a 3-run Blue Jay lead now. Their first 3-run lead of this game. The distance 413 feet. Exit velocity 104. And here is Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who got the fun started last inning with a solo shot, as he may have just done it again. He has indeed. A home run to left field, his 2nd of the night. And the Blue Jays with back-to-back home runs have an 8-4 lead. Guerrero driving yet another. That's his 15th of the season. He's been a hard out. And more importantly, he's been hard to not surrender a home run against this year. Batting now for the Blue Jays, but first the pitching change. Blake Taylor will come in for the Houston Astros. A record of 1-1. He hasn't saved the game. He's pitched 7 innings, earned runs against 3.86, strikeouts to walks 6-1. He's better against right-handed compared to left-handed. So here is Danny Jansen with 2 gone here in the 7th and nobody on. The pitch. Jansen goes for the bunt. Down the line, they'll easily step on the bag and end the side, but the Blue Jays add 2 home runs. They lead it 8-4. We go bottom 7. Welcome into the bottom of the 7th. Kyle Tucker to lead it off for the Astros. Swung and tagged to straightaway center. Brandon Belt with room, though, for the first out. 1 down. Batter now for Houston is Michael Brantley. He'll swing and pop it up the plate. Danny Jansen with it. Making the catch. 2 down. Astros going quickly here in the home 7th.
The left fielder.
Batting now is Jordan Alvarez. As he tags this to right, that's down for a base hit. Varsho cuts it off. He'll throw in the second. Alvarez stopping at first. A 2-out single to right field. Houston a man on.
The second baseman.
Batters Jose Altuve 0 for 3 tonight. Takes one right up the middle for strike 1. Houston's had their chances, but Gosman's kept them at bay. Bichette with a ground ball. On to first. Not in time. And they're going to consider that an error against Bichette. His 3rd tonight. He's had some trouble with those balls in the hole, and Astros have made them pay with those infield hits. Quickly 0-2 here on Jose Abreu. Astros looking for a swing here as they ground it foul. Abreu stays alive at the plate. 2 on, 2 out here in the home 7th. The pitch. Fouled off to stay alive by Abreu. 8-4 Jays. We're in the bottom of the 7th. This is grounded. Whit Merrifield's going to get to it. On to first in time. And the Blue Jays get out of the jam in the 7th. Astros leave 2 aboard. It's 8-4 Toronto. We head to the 8th. Welcome into the top of the 8th. Dalton Varsho will lead it off for the Toronto Blue Jays. Here's the pitch from Blake Taylor. Swing and a miss. Varsho behind 0-1. White Sox beat the Phillies today 6-5 inside of Chicago. Tight one there at home for the Sox. Here's the pitch. Varsho quickly behind 0-2. And he's frustrated right now. Thought he should have got contact on that. Here it comes from Taylor. Swing and a miss. Down goes Dalton Varsho on strike. Was not patient at the plate. 1 down. Batting now for Toronto is Matt Chapman. 0 for 2 today. A sacrifice bunt back in the 4th inning. Braves beat the Reds in Cincinnati 9-2. They're sticking with the Blue Jays. Here's a ground ball down the line, and is it fair? No, it's not. They're going to call it foul. 0-1 here on Chapman. 5-0 Cardinals on the Diamondbacks in the 7th in St. Louis. Here's a swing and a miss, and Chapman quickly behind 0-2. Pirates lead the Rockies 7-1 in the 7th in Colorado. Here's the pitch from Taylor. Swing and a miss. Down goes Matt Chapman. Back-to-back strikeouts for Blake Taylor. 2 down here in the 8th. The batter is Santiago Espinal. 1 for 3 today. Here comes the pitch. Espinal squares the bunt. This one's in the air and caught to end the inning. Astros coming up, bottom 8. They trail by 4. Welcome into the bottom of the 8th. Alex Bregman to lead it off for Houston against Kevin Gosman. As this is charged to left field, Alex Bregman has gone deep again. And the Astros are back in this one. It's 8-5. A solo shot here in the bottom of the 8th, his 4th of the year. Space City coming through here in the 8th inning for Houston. And Bregman, this is what he does. He forces you to throw him a good pitch, and then he takes advantage with it. Batting now is Corey Lee. Take a first pitch strike up the middle. Kevin Gosman giving up his 5th run of the night. 8 innings pitched, his best start of the season. Guerrero gets a ground ball. He'll step on the bag. 1 down. Blue Jays 8-5 here in the bottom of the 8th, coming off an 11-8 walk-off against the Rays. Ground ball to Chapman. On to first, quickly, 2 down. Batting now is Jake Mayers with 2 quick outs. He'll take a strike up the middle.
0-1.
Kevin Gosman's been throwing some good pitches, but the Astros haven't gone to them. Here's a ball dropping into right, but Varsho is there on the run. And we're through the 8th inning. Bregman started it off with a bang, but then the Astros went in order after that. It's 8-5. We head to the 9th. Welcome into the top of the 9th. Whit Merrifield to lead it off for the Blue Jays against Blake Taylor, who's still in the game. Struck out 2 of the 3 last inning. Here's a foul ball to left field. 0-1. Well, Merrifield's been doing damage this year, and he has some good numbers. 2 for 4 so far tonight. Swinging a ground ball again. Foul quickly behind 0-2. So the Blue Jays with an 8-5 lead here in the top of the 9th from Houston. Here's the pitch to Merrifield. Swing and a miss. Down goes Whit Merrifield on strikes. 1 down here in the 9th. Batting now for Toronto is Brandon Belt. 1 for 4 today. Pitch to Belt. He gets this one down, but it's foul. Tigers beating the Guardians today in Detroit 2-1. Since they beat the Blue Jays back in Toronto, they've been on a tear, winning 5 of their last 7 games. Here's Belt again, down the line, but still not fair. It stays 0-2. Ready again to Brandon Belt. Swing and a miss. Down goes Belt on strikes. 2 down here in the 9th. Batting out for the Blue Jays is Bo Bichette. He has 2 doubles and a single tonight. He's 3 for 4. So here comes the pitch to Bichette. Lining that to left, a foul ball, the count 0-1. As we mentioned, the Rays won their game today, so if the Blue Jays can hold on here, they stay ahead of Tampa by a game. Tagged again to left by Bichette. He's behind 0-2. Blue Jays don't have a base runner here inside the 9th inning, and since Taylor has come in, he's dealt with the Jays. And Bichette strikes out, and we're through the 9th. The Jays go in order on strikeouts. Astros coming up bottom 9. It's last hope for them against Kevin Gosman. Welcome into the bottom of the 9th. Kyle Tucker, the top of the order for the Astros, will lead it off here. Down by 3 here in the home last inning as this is fouled back out of play. Astros 14-2 on the year. Blue Jays threatening to give them their 3rd loss as a fly ball here to first base. Guerrero, shallow first and foul territory, makes the catch. 1 down. Batting now is Michael Brantley. Hung and lined into left, the foul ball. Blue Jays 8, Astros 5, bottom 9, 1 out. This is hit to left field. Brandon Belt backing up, and he's going to make the catch. 2 down. Astros down to their final out. Here's Jordan Alvarez. Tag to left field. Brandon Belt has room. He'll make the catch, and the Blue Jays will win it. 8-5 on the strength of Guerrero Jr. and George Springer. The Blue Jays with some late home runs to outrun the Astros tonight, 8-5 here in the first of 3 games in this 3-game set. Astros fall to 14-3 on the season. The Blue Jays up to 11-6. And it will be another good one tomorrow night as Gosman gets his 2nd win on the year, now evening the count at 2-2. Javier faces his 1st loss of the year. George Springer, the big point of this game, a 2-run shot in the later innings. That gives Toronto a 8-5 win over the Houston Astros here. We'll see you for the next game in moments from now.